Hello everyone, welcome back to the Phone Museum. Today we are looking for how was the Galaxy A01 Core in 2022 and look at some multimedia, camera, battery, and etc. Let's go with the spec first. For the spec of this model, let's turn up just in case I touched the wrong thing. There's a 2 megapixel fixed focus camera, receiver, and it looks like there's some sensor, but this screen protector company make a wrong hole. There's nothing there. And there's a 5.3 inch 1480 by 720 which is 311 ppi LCD screen. On the back, let's take up the cover. On the back there's a black matte finish plastic with the little patterns. I like the pattern. I like the feeling. And there's a 8 megapixel autofocus camera with the LED. On the top, there's nothing. On the left, there's a dual SIM card and an SD card tray. You can pin out, take out, and change the SIM card or add some micro SD card. And there's a 3.5mm headphone jack, mic. This is a micro USB Type-B charging and data syncing port, which is very unfortunate. And there's a speaker. On the right, there's a volume button, and there's a volume button, and this is power button. My bad. And inside, there's a MediaTek MT6739, which is 1.5 GHz Cortex A53 quad core, which is 64-bit CPU, but the OS, the running, is 30-bit operating system. And also have a PowerVR G8100 graphics and 2GB RAM and 32GB storage, this model. But in 16GB model, it has only 1GB RAM. Also 3000 mAh battery. For the screen, I understand this is LCD, but the quality is very bad. Here both are LCD display, and I will turn on the maximum brightness, and I will turn up the adaptive brightness in here. And this one of course doesn't have an auto brightness, so it doesn't matter. Here's the same screen. I think it's too bright to maybe it's alright. Especially in this picture. In this one, it's nice and smooth graduation, but in here you can see there's like bloop, bloop, bloop. The color it just pop up. I don't know why. Maybe the screen quality, they're using really cheap screen, so it cannot show all the colors in here. This is all same screen, same picture. Even this one is more red and more vivid color. And especially this picture, this screen is more popped, vivid color, but this one is washed out. Same as this one. So the display quality is very bad, but this one I told is only 720p display, but PPI is not the biggest deal because I worried that this is really low resolution, so I think it might be really the pixels are pop up and it's really bad display, but it's not as bad as expect. The PPI, it's 311 PPI is enough for this size screen. Speaking of the size, this is 5.3 inch, which sounds really big because the original Galaxy Note has 5.3 inch ratio is different. This is 18:9 ratio. So when I convert to the 16:9 ratio, this is only 4.8 inch. So 720p is good enough. But another problem is the touch panel. I think they're using really cheap touch panel. So I said in the deep review in the Galaxy A01 Core, when I type really fast, sometimes it just touches jump up and it make a typos. So that was quite a lot. So it's quite annoying. So the keyboard is pretty bad. And let's go to camera. For the camera quality, it's not so good. It's lack of HDR, poor low light shot, and in low light situation, the picture is almost black and white picture. And I can tell this picture quality is worse than Galaxy S2 from 2011. In dark environment, you just forget about this phone have camera app. And thirdly, the speaker. Speaker, of course, mono speaker on the bottom. The volume and speaker quality is about average. It's not too bad. So let's some example. So speaker quality is I think it's about average. And the battery, it has 3000 milliamps battery with it 720p 5.3 inch display with the Cortex A53 quad core. So battery is last long. With my usual usage, I can use around 8 to 8.5 an hour of on-screen. But the problem is charging. When I open the box, it has a 3.5 watt charger included. So I was a little worried. And yes, this device can take up to 5 volt with 0.7 amp, which is 3.5 watt. I tried with the 5 watt charger, 15 watt charger, but both cannot take more than 3.5 watt. So with 3.5 watt speed, it needs around 4 hours to fully charge from 0%. So I said before, this phone lack of ambient light sensor and also proximity sensor. So when I using phone call, I thought this phone using front face camera work as a proximity sensor, but because of the Android Go edition background policy, when I touch the screen to realize I'm on the phone to turn off the screen. So I will demonstrate. So I'm on the phone call, and when phone is like this and I touch the screen, top part of screen, you can see it turn off automatically. So it's not using any camera or anything. It just realized by the touching the top part of the screen. So the problem of this is, our face is not the flat face, it's around. So sometimes it touched the wrong button. So during the phone call, I was accidentally end the phone call. I accidentally turned the speaker mode. I accidentally turned the mute function. So it was a not enjoyable phone call experience. So I had those many experience. So when I got the phone call, most likely I using the earphone or connect the Bluetooth earphone, or I just using the speakerphone, because when I on the phone on my ear, so many times I accidentally click the wrong button. So that was really uncomfortable. Also, I said there's no mic on the top. There's only one mic on the bottom. So the noise cancelling feature is really bad. So most of the time, there were like so many wind sound and so many noise coming from the phone. Also, when I using speaker mode, sometimes they can hear their voice from our speaker. So that was an uncomfortable experience. Also, this one really have bad Wi-Fi connection. When I disconnect with the Wi-Fi and then I come back, then it will be automatically connect immediately. But this one is take too long time, so I rather just go to the setting and then reconnect to the Wi-Fi. I have to do it almost every time. Also, for PIP and display over other app feature is not available in Android Go edition. Also, Android Go edition is lack of multitasking, dual window, those kind of stuff. And in the recent app, it can keep up to 9 applications. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, and 9. So I open another app. Then the last one was killed. 2, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. You can see. So when I use this phone, I feel like it's an iOS version of Android. Almost all of the disadvantage things of iOS are in the Android Go edition. Also, the One UI inside of Android Go edition is more like a One UI theme instead of the One UI launcher itself. Additionally, this device is shipped with the Android 10 Go edition, but even Android 12 Go edition is out, but they didn't update to the Android 11 Go edition. So I think Samsung will not update the Android version of this phone anymore. But Samsung still update for the security patch and the performance improve minor updates. So in 2021 December, this device, the latest update was 2021 October, and with the 2011 October security patch level. Therefore, Android Go edition cannot use most of key feature of Android. So if you're doing a lot of things like me, like customization, multitasking, those kind of stuff, I cannot recommend the Android Go edition. And also even I cannot recommend to the regular customer, since some app feature cannot work with display over other apps feature because of the lack of proximity sensor. During the phone call, I pressed the wrong button accidentally, and because of only one mic, noise cancelling is not so great, and still it's using micro USB Type B. Even if this device came out in 2020, this is unacceptable. They should use a Type-C connector. So in 2022, I recommend just pay extra few bucks to buy at least one level of this one, or buy the last year model. I think that's a better choice. That's it for today's video, and thank you for watching my video, and have a nice day.